Just a couple of months after Cobra Kai finally closed its doors, we are back in the universe of Karate Kid, this time with Karate Kid Legends. Let's dive in. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Movie Dive. So we're diving into the new Karate Kid Legends. This movie has kind of Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio returning their roles in the Karate Kid universe. Ralph Macchio, I feel like, has done more of these movies than Flo has done progressive commercials at this point. And before we do dive in, please don't forget to subscribe to the Movie Dive. I'm trying to get this little channel to 1,000 subscribers in 2025. If I do, I'll be giving away a free $150 gift card to a random subscriber of my choice. And if you comment down below, you have a higher chance of winning. So I'm going to be straight up forward. I might get a little bit into spoilers of this movie. I'm not going to go full on. I'm just going to give some plot details because the trailers completely lied to you about what the plot of this movie was going to be. The marketing of this movie also lied to you about what the movie is going to be as well. As you can tell with the tone of my voice, I was not a fan of this movie, so I'm going to be pretty negative in this review here. So Karate Kid Legends, first and foremost, I was pretty angry watching it. I was very angry watching it. I think it's the most angry I've probably been watching a film since the last Jurassic Park movie, and wondered why they're giving so much disrespect to the past films, or to any of the past characters for that matter. So the idea of this movie is not a bad one. You get Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio together training the same kid, especially after Cobra Kai. And I did think that maybe for a little bit when I heard this movie was coming out that they were going to kind of tie it into Cobra Kai and kind of bring it into that universe. And when I saw the trailer for this film, I thought to myself, they're actually making it a little more grounded like the original Karate Kid, and I do like that. And the first 5 minutes of the movie, we start the movie in Beijing, where the kid actor played by Wang, who's decent in the movie, they just don't give him anything to work with. He plays Lee and he's being trained by Jackie Chan, and I actually thought this movie looked pretty good. The cinematography was good. I thought it actually might turn out to be something, and it looks like a kid who actually knows Kung Fu. It's not someone who's learning from scratch, which is what we're used to. Suddenly, the kid's mom appears at the dojo and tells his kid, hey, pack your bags. We are moving to New York because I got a new job. All right, we're out of here. Jackie Chan does not go along. He actually stays in Beijing, where he will not appear in the movie for another 45 minutes or so. So the kid Lee, he arrives in New York City, and of course, somehow he's going to find his way into the Kung Fu world. Of course, the typical mom's telling him, I don't want to fight. All it does is bring violence. You know, the same exact story you've heard before. Of course, the kid has some kind of background that has led to violence in the karate world, but we'll get to that a little bit later. And for some reason, this movie takes the turn from looking grounded to going into a little bit of a Cobra Kai style. So the movie is acting like it's serious. However, there's just so many 80s cheesy aspects to it, but without the comedy of Cobra Kai. The kid decides to go to a pizza parlor because he's hungry, of course. He finds Joshua Jackson, who is the owner of the pizza parlor, and the kid also gets a crush on Joshua Jackson's daughter, who also works at the pizza parlor, and they seem like they're kind of the same age. She's a knockoff of Haley Steinfeld in this movie, and of course, and there's a little romance that goes on, and what do you know, the girl he has a crush on, her boyfriend, not boyfriend, is he her boyfriend? I don't know if that's her boyfriend. She's supposed to be a great girl, but she's dating an awful guy who, of course, is the big bad bully of New York City, and he knows karate. Are you following, guys? That kid goes to a dojo, and Joshua Jackson owes that dojo money, and that dojo are loan sharks. The people at that dojo are really bad too. This isn't really fleshed out. It's kind of going just like scene by scene, like a slideshow. Every 10 or 15 minutes or so, Lee gets a call from Jackie Chan from China, and Jackie Chan's like, hey, I'm just making sure you're doing okay, and the kid's like, yeah, I'm doing great. Anyway, hangs up and thanks Jackie Chan for being in this movie. Joshua Jackson, the owner of the pizza shop, he's about to get beat up by these loan sharks, and the kid helps him fight these people off because the kid knows Kung Fu from China. China. And then Joshua Jackson tells the kid, hey, you know what? You should train me. I'm gonna box again because I used to box. Yes, that happens as well. So then this turns into a kid training the older adult movie for a little bit. Yes, I'm sure they didn't show that in the trailer, but that is what a lot of this movie's about. So Joshua Jackson goes to the main boxing event, something bad happens, and the kid is a little bit stressed out. So when Jackie Chan calls the kid doesn't answer because, you know, he's busy dealing with stuff in New York City. And what does Jackie Chan do? Because the kid doesn't answer, he books an 18-hour flight to go from China to New York City. But instead of telling the kid, hey, I'm coming to make sure you're okay, Jackie Chan just decides to break into the apartment in the middle of the night. So there's a little fight scene between the kid and Jackie Chan just to reintroduce the characters together. Jackie Chan tells the kid, hey, you shouldn't be bullied. Let's fight that bully. And of course, there's a tournament in New York City that we're going to go do. But Jackie Chan's like, you know what? I can't do this alone. But there was one time I did meet a guy somewhere at some point that I'm going to go ask to help. Mind you, this seems like it's about an hour into the movie. Now, is this someone that's in the neighborhood that Jackie Chan can just knock on the door and say, come help? No. Jackie Chan's like, you prepare a dojo. I'm going to go get this guy. So Jackie Chan just gets on a quick 5.5-hour flight from New York City to Los Angeles, shows up at Ralph Macchio's door. They're like, hey, we both knew Mr. Miyagi, and they both bond. He tells Ralph Macchio, hey, you got to come train this kid. Ralph says no. Jackie Chan's like, I know you will. And then, of course, the next scene, somehow Ralph Macchio is there training the kid as well. They have, I guess, a little bit of banter that they try to throw in. Feels like they're just taking lines straight out of Cobra Kai. And what this truly felt like is Ralph Macchio was filming Cobra Kai, and they said, hey man, we're filming some other actors on this show. You have 4 days available. Do you want us to pay you some money to come shoot this other film? And Ralph is like, you know what, sure, why not? I'll go to New York City and do that for a few days. Of course, you have to win a couple rounds to get to the final of the tournament, and the kid kind of breezes through with some ridiculous editing. None of it seemed real. None of it seemed legit. There's a lot of like TikTok music in the movie. There's a lot of odd graphic effects that appear on the screen as if it's like a Street Fighter PlayStation game or something during the fight. This movie just, I think it was just disrespectful. It was bad. I feel like it sucks to see because I feel like Jackie Chan just really phoned it in this movie. Ralph Macchio to me looked like as if they were paying him to be in a Super Bowl commercial, and he was just there to kind of half-ass and get paid a bunch of money. And it sucks because there definitely is some kind of good story you could have told here. A kid who actually knew Kung Fu. Make it more grounded once again, and maybe incorporate some of the same characters that we actually grew to love from Cobra Kai into this. Like when they say legends, they actually mean legends, and have people from all over the Karate Kid universe come together and kind of help this kid defeat something bad. But the bully in this movie, he's ridiculous. Definitely my least favorite experience of the year. I can't say it's like as bad as the movie Sneaks, for example, but the fact that I expected this to be something, that makes it extremely disappointing. I'm going to go ahead and give Karate Kid Legends a 15 out of 100. Have you guys seen it? There wasn't much redeemable about this movie for me. I don't plan to ever watch it again. There's kind of a post-credit scene that's decent, I guess. You can get some enjoyment out of that, but it's expected. You guys let me know what you thought of the movie. Did you enjoy it more than I did? Maybe you liked some of the corniness of the scenes. Let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to subscribe to The Movie Dive, and we will see you next time.